really? You know, I'm looking on, you got to be kidding, you know, really? She said, it was my dad. So her dad came through so strong. She said, you know, she's been to other psychic mediums, you know, and other events, and he's never come through. I said, well, I guess he had to wait for me, you know. But whatever the message was, it was nice, you know. And our pets, our animals come through, you know. But, you know, when they come through, they speak to me in our language, of course, because there's no way that I can understand cat or dog or a horse or, you know, cow or whatever. But they will literally give me the messages in English. And it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. You know, I get blown away by it. So it's freaky.
It makes me wonder on that. You know,
Why?
animals that are passed, can they
Well, they're spirits,
communicate
of course.
in a language we can understand, or do they get the angels or deceased to do it for them? I've tried reaching my deceased cats, and I did get a sound of a meow from one, and when the other was deceased and I tried it, I did get a very low whispered love you. So low whispered that I couldn't even put it on computer because it was lost.
Yeah, you could hear it, yeah.
Through the best headphones.
Well, you know what happened to me when I had to bury my poor Buster, my pit lab, over a year ago. I mean, I was really, and the thing was, I have 3 cats, 3 indoor cats, 2 are feral, and I've got 2 more feral outside. One just had kittens. I got to get them fixed and everything. And I have 3 raccoons to visit, but I've got
don't take them in.
No, and I've got a possum. They all share, you know. It's like, okay, I'm done now. It's your turn. Anyway, what was I leading to? Oh, yeah, my Buster. When I have a high ranch, so when Buster was a big boy, and then I have my Slugger. She's 13. She was born on my birthday. She's my sidekick. I love my baby. I don't know what's going to happen when she goes. She's getting old. But anyway, you can tell I love animals, of course. So when I allowed her to come back upstairs after, you know, Buster went to heaven, she walked into my bedroom because Buster used to sleep on the bottom of my bed.
She's a cat, right?
Yeah. Sluggy's a cat. They never met. When they met through the sliding door. He was outside and she was in the kitchen, and then, you know, that was basically how they met. So what had happened was when she came into the bedroom, not too long after Buster he was put to sleep, he had cancer. That's why I put him to sleep. He was suffering. I didn't want him to suffer. She walked into the bedroom and she stood there like this. Now she's 13. She went from the floor to the armoire in one leap and just stared. I went, oh God, Buster's got to be in here. So the spirits of our animals do come to visit. Sometimes you'll feel like a rub on your leg, you know, or, you know, you'll be sitting there and you'll be like, what was that? You know, and they do the same thing that they did.
Interesting story.
Okay, great.
When you said that, if it's okay.
Of course.
We did an investigation. It was a kind of a loose investigation because it was daytime, but we did come with equipment in the city in a museum downtown. I won't, you know, I don't want to mention names, just, you know.
All right, that's fine.
So anyway, we were in the basement of this particular downtown museum. Well, I guess I could say it. It's been on Ghost Hunters Merchant House.
Oh, I've been there.
All right.
Well, I did Haunted New York. I was there.
Yeah, I love it. Well, downstairs, that kitchen is very
That's
haunted.
right, it is.
There was a very sensitive woman with us. Of course, I won't mention her name. And this was I also have a meetup group called Ripley. Research into the paranormal Long Island, which everyone listening is welcome to join.
Right, exactly.
We do all kinds of activities. And this was with Ripley. So what happened was she was asking questions and she said, come closer, and something touched her, and she flipped. She made a loud, like almost like scream. You know, she was taken aback, and she left the room. And another woman and I stayed, and both of us felt our legs being brushed.
Interesting.
I said, well, something just touched my leg. Well, something just touched my leg. But, you know, we tend to dismiss this. How many times we get an itch?
Exactly.
Okay, so when I went home and I listened to my recorders for the electronic voice phenomena, EVPs, what we had, the moment she let out that loud sound, the one who left the room, I heard a hiss like from a cat. Like
Oh,
a
really?
Well, it was a frightened hiss, because if you're approached and you
Right.
scream, you could
Right.
scare an
Of
animal.
of course.
A loud hiss, and we figured out that years ago, in the 1800s or early 1900s, down in those kitchens, they didn't. You have rat traps.
Oh, sure.
They had cats.
Oh, sure.
And the cats were we did get a lot of EVPs from servants down there too.
Right.
Many. The cat must have approached her. She got frightened. She felt it, and that's what we felt brushing us.
Interesting.
And it did hiss when
when I was there,
Unbelievable.
I did the Haunted New York with Emily Francis. I mean, you could actually, I think it's on my website. I think we put it on there. When I walked into the one room, I remember there was a fireplace, and I believe it was a man's picture over it. And when I walked into it, the energy was so, and he was looking at me like, what the hell are you doing here, But the picture was over that, but I could feel it, when you go there, because I think there's two floors. I think upstairs is the bedrooms.
Upstairs is very haunted also.
Yes, yeah. We were there, oh my God, I don't even know how many years ago, maybe 12, 15 years ago. But it is interesting when stuff like that happens in different places,
They had told us at the museum that the day before we came, one person came down and said, I'm trying to get into one of the rooms upstairs and the door keeps slamming on me.
Interesting.
They did not want her in the door. We didn't find anything exotic or out of the unusual in that particular room that day, but we had a lot of activity in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So they must have known I was a foodie. I don't know.
Well, they said, "Oh,
the
let's put her in the right room."
saw me.
Exactly. But there's so many, and for you folks that are watching, please give us a call. We're waiting patiently.
Yeah.
And you do have any places that you think that you may have spirits? Okay. Don't hesitate to call us. Like I say, we never give your name out. We never give out, what town you're in. If you're out here, we could, it's basically out east or towards the city. But we believe in privacy. I mean, we would want it done for us, so we treat people the same way that they treat us, basically. But if you're having some instances of anything, or you just want to call and just, see what is happening, please don't hesitate to call us.
We respect privacy.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Totally.
As a matter of fact, what we do is we allow the client to choose. There are places that love to be publicized.
Oh,
they
yeah.
want to be on TV. They want their name all over. It brings in business. Some bars we know on Long Island, restaurants. That's one choice. Then again, you could own a museum where if one picture was taken of one statue, it would give it away. They want
right, exactly.
And most people go for, well, you can show this, that. Just don't mention my name, where I live.
Right, and that's
or
fine.
Or the town, or, you know, and we respect privacy totally.
We do.
Even when we do filming.
Yeah, well, we had gone to one place, which shall remain nameless, of course. We were there 2 or 3 times. We went back. The woman said, okay, yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. I was all set to put it into the computer and make the, the DVD, which we didn't do. And she turned around and says, no, I decided I don't want it. I'm like, well, you wasted how many days of our time, and there was a lot of disruption. She did have visits from her dad, and I was like, don't do this to us.
She might have been frightened.
Yeah, but you know what? We told her, we said we would have edited anything else that she wanted, but we decided we're not even going to waste our time putting it on. We didn't want any backlash.
I think we helped her.
Yeah, we did.
Great,
I mean, there was a lot of stuff happening there, and she had just moved into the complex, and she didn't want any, feedback from the neighbors, and we respected her. But, please, if you want us to come and if you allow us to videotape, which would be on the Spirits Within, of course, this is when spirits connect, because we connect, and the spirits within is when they're living or they're visiting you within your...
That is filmed, and that is not live.
No, it's not live.
And anything
And we go with the crew. We bring a crew with us. Everybody is honest and decent, respectable. We all blend together. But please, if you want us to come to your place and you want us to videotape, you allow us, and we get it all together, and we put it together, and then the last minute it's like, no. Like right now I'm putting together a place we went to a couple of times, actually a personal friend of ours, and they're all gung-ho about it. We just have to, because I went twice. We went once with you, then I went by myself, and then you had basically gone, I couldn't make it that night, and then you came back with all the information, and we want to tie it all together.
That was such an interesting case.
Yeah.
I just have to say that there was a lot of good spirits in that house, but there was one that was a little confused. And the good spirits wanted, every time we asked, do you want a cleansing to be done in this house? I mean, lights would go off.
Yeah, it was
the
amazing.
K2 meters, the mag lights, everything would go off. So, we surmised that.
Yeah.
And I think with your help, Janet,
thank you.
that the positive spirits needed someone to go over, needed that negative one, and they were there to protect her. There were relatives there to protect her, and to protect her husband and family.
Right, exactly.
Until this other one was moved over, and often they are.
Yeah.
Often, if there's a negative presence, there will be another spirit there
to protect the family.
protect,
Yes, totally.
Which makes me wonder if they're sent or if it's their choice.
Sure.
Answers that we're all trying to find out.
And where the location was, I'm not going to say the road, but it was a very famous road back in the days way beyond, and there were a lot of should I say drunk drivers or people that kind of lost control because the road was kind of winding. And I believe the one spirit that we had actually had died there in a car crash and was wandering. Remember the one? And was wandering, and I think there was like a local little lake or a sump or something there, I believe.
Right.
And it was almost like they were telling us, hey, we're hanging out here. And we literally had to tell them, they needed to go. They
Right.
just needed to go.
I do want to say this was Eastern Long Island,
Yes.
because I know people are listening and they're hearing you say road and they're thinking of Sweet Hollow and Mount Misery. No,
it was out this way.
That is very dangerous. That is so overrun
It
by
was
kids. We don't even.
It
go
was
there.
east of what was it? East of middle.
East of
where-
exit 50, and that's all.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah. It was between exit 50 and exit probably 70. Yeah, somewhere in that range. So it was out this way more so, But we of course we value not. Basically discussing those. Also, another one. I know you went upstate. You went up. I think it was Cairo. You went up to.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, that
and
was
we
an
were invited
amazing
back
house.
because I just was the other day. There's a friend of ours. I have to go up.
Another house up
we
there. I think
have
they call
one,
it
and
Cairo.
she sent me the pictures, and oh my God, the orbs were humongous around our house.
Wow.
And I had basically said to her, I felt like these orbs were protecting the house, though.
Well, they did a lot of rum running and partying in that town.
Yes,
back
so that
in
could have been maybe
back in the day.
Yeah.
And that town was very famous, very heavily populated by with an Irish population.
Oh, I didn't know
We
that.
did bring up Irish music with us. I remember telling you, and to try to coax the spirits out, because we don't believe in negative provocation.
No.
We believe in positive communication. Much as if I come to your house and visit you, I'm certainly not coming in to insult you.
No, by no
I don't care
means.
what you see on TV.
Yeah. No, we're positive. We don't ever do that. It's just not the
we
right
got
thing to
a
do.
lot of. That was very good.
Yeah.
That house was great.
So we're going, because she keeps saying,
I'd love
Janet,
to
when are
do
you
that.
coming up? I'm like, okay, well, we got, because it's like, it's not, was it about 8 hours to go to Cairo?
Oh,
I don't know how long.
No, it was
Oh, no?
about,
Okay.
from the point we left, from almost into New York City, it was probably about Well, gee, we stopped for lunch.
Well, of course,
So whenever
gotta
you
do
stop
that.
for lunch, you don't.
It takes
you don't
ever.
have
Yeah.
2 hours.
Oh, so that's
maybe.
not so bad.
I don't know. We stopped for lunch.
All right, so we're gonna have to make a plan for the winter. And
It
I
was
know
actually,
we talked about us going to Pennsylvania, and I know you were there, and I wanted to get there, and
there's so much
I
in
just couldn't get
Philadelphia.
there. Yeah, we're gonna go because
Oh.
my friend Lisa Beretta lives there. You know, she wrote the book. You know.
And my son.
And your son's there,
oh,
but
yeah,
but we definitely want to go. You know, even if we do it for one full day, if we leave early in the morning and hang out, and
Well,
then come home
we all
like,
know that Eastern State Penitentiary
Right.
is there.
So
and
many
that's one
places,
place
yeah.
I have gotten EVPs during the day, especially
Interesting.
in cell block 4. Now, some of the good cell blocks, they won't let you in
Oh, really?
unless you go in
Press
to
passes and all
investigate
that.
at night.
Oh,
But you have to get a group together and pay a
Oh, that's
pretty
ridiculous.
heavy-duty amount.
No, that's
and,
foolish. Yeah.
but there's no reason you can't go during the day. We got EVPs in cell block 4. It was a while ago. I can't remember. Someone gave me his name. I said, who used to reside in this cell? And
Yeah.
I got a name.
Really
And I
interesting.
couldn't quite figure it out. It was, and there was no one around at
Yeah.
the time.
So we need to plan something before the winter.
Right.
You know, I mean, it is September now, but maybe, you know, next month or you know, early November, maybe we can get a crew together and go there. Because I definitely want to go. you
And
know.
I've been down to Washington Square, not the one in New York, the one
Okay.
in Philadelphia. I had never known, the minute I walked in there, I had this horrible, creepy feeling like, oh,
Really?
it was an awful feeling. And then you saw posted that it was a potter's field for all the people who died of yellow fever,
Oh,
and
goodness
for
me.
many unnamed soldiers
So sad.
during this, Civil War. Unfortunately, some of the, poorer, soldiers that didn't
sad.
come from your well-to-do
Right,
families.
right.
Very, very, very.
You know what I
very
want to
hundreds
ask you?
of
It
thousands.
just went through my head because, if I don't say it, I'll forget it because I'm getting to that age now. I know you're going to be doing
That
a
age.
few other investigations like Potter's Field out here again soon,
Yes,
right?
yes.
How would in other words, say there's a group of people or people that have interest, would they be able to be invited
Yes,
to
well,
go?
actually, that's a good one because I'm taking Ripley
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah, I heard that
This
Saturday night.
I'm
Yeah.
hope you.
I
can you
may
come?
be able to. I'm
That
in
would
the
be
middle of doing
great.
something.
We're
What time are
going
you
to
going?
Potter's Field.
What time are you going? About?
8 was it?
All right,
8?
because I may be having to go. I'm invited to 2 things. One's in New Jersey and one's out east, so I'm not sure where I'm
Okay,
going to
let
be
me
going
know.
yet. But it's early in the
Let
day.
me
I
know,
would be
'cause
back
maybe
in
we
time.
could have dinner at another haunted restaurant right around there. You know which one?
Oh yeah, we've been there, Millhouse Inn. We love that
Millhouse Inn.
place. Yeah, we got to go back there again. Actually,
Yeah.
they're nice
And
people.
that place we've had amazing results in.
yes,
I
we
remember
did.
we did that show, and you did the dedication. But
At the
Yeah.
the Potter's Field. Yeah, we got to go back there.
we've
Again.
picked up because the
yeah.
stones are numbered. Because
Yes.
these poor indigent people at that time weren't worth having their name on the
But I
stone.
do
the
have
way
their
they
names.
fell. Yeah.
But I
we have
do,
all
and
the
I
names.
always said that I want to do like a Schindler's List on these people. I would love
That
to
would
do
be
that.
so good because
Yeah,
I
we
got
actually,
the name
I talked to
of
somebody about that.
2 of them. I got the name of Housine Wadstead called out his name.
Okay.
He called out. I have it on EVP.
Okay.
Housine.
Okay.
Mr. Housine, and also, I believe it was Mr. Not Johnson. There was another name that was called the Peterson's grave.
Oh, okay.
An EVP. Now, William Sanchez from my group got that particular EVP. And he says Peterson's grave. And
Well,
they
we-
want their names to be known.
Well,
And-
I've been
and it was
I've been
double-checked.
working on that, and I'm going to be speaking with someone that
Mm-hmm.
may be able to do that. It was like 2 years ago I wanted that done, so I'm going to actually be meeting with them again, and they did promise me. So I'm going to have to get on their little phone, and just say, hey, listen, remember we talked about that? We were going to actually do it as a, I think something with the Boy Scouts. We were going to see if they could do something. Because you know what? No one needs to die in vain. I always believe that.
No.
And we do have the names. And I know there was like, well, what if people, go to the grave sites? Well, we don't have to have the the numbered
They
grave
should
sites.
be honored. You know,
Oh, well,
we've
we did
all
that,
had
of
struggles in our
course.
lives. Some of us
Totally.
have had struggles which we couldn't overcome.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that they shouldn't be remembered or honored.
Yeah, so maybe there's a reason why we're talking about it today. Maybe I got to get on there. I'm going to be actually seeing them, I think, within maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
And
so.
anyone who would like to join in on that investigation should go on to their computer
Sure.
and sign up on meetup.com.
Yeah.
And what you can do, okay, on the meetup.com is look for research into the paranormal Long Island.
Right.
Or put in the zip code 11968 because that's the origin.
Yeah.
And your interest is paranormal, and it
It'll
will
go to it.
definitely, should definitely come up and sign on.
Now, are you going to
you can
videotape
come.
that?
I don't know.
Because if I come and I'll just
we
make
could.
sure why not? You know, I'm going to try
If
to.
you
I'm gonna do my best to
come,
make-
I will videotape
Yeah,
it.
because I definitely feel that, you know, we did that so many years ago, and, you know, I think it's time for a visit. We were just talking to somebody about that. I did a party yesterday, we were just talking about
That's
that.
a pretty haunted field, you know that.
Yeah, but they cleaned it up, and thank you to them there.
You can hear voices from
Yeah,
the woods. We've
yeah.
heard singing. We've
I mean,
heard.
it was a mess when we got there the first time, but then from, you know, some of the inmates, they had put them there. They had said, "What did you want to do?" And I said, "I wanted this cleaned up." And remember, they cleaned it up for us. I haven't been back there in a while. Once in a while,
I
I'll stop
remember.
by.
That was
and they
wonderful.
put a fence up, and they put benches. And
I think it's
the
the
only
old
thing missing is the
almshouse.
names, their names.
And they've
we had-
changed the name to Old
Alzheimer.
Alms
Oh,
House.
did they? Yeah.
So that it gives a little bit more of a class than a Potter's Field.
Yeah, well,
You
I know
these
they did
people
that,
being
but
honored,
actually
yeah.
that almshouse was actually in Quorum, as we know. That was the original Potter's Field.
All
and
the bodies weren't moved.
yes, we know. That's why there's some hanging out and going into the vortex and the spirits and the whole good things there, you know? Oh, I guess, you know what? We're coming down to the end of the show. I mean, did it go so fast again today? It always does.
It always does.
This is
if
so
we have great
interesting, you know.
people
We just
calling
really
and-
truly enjoy what we do. So I want you again before we end. I want you to tell the folks out there how to get in touch with you if they have some spirits hanging out, or you know, there's just some certain things going on in their home. Not every home has a spirit, you know. Some of them, it could be your oil burner acting up, it could be, you know, some other electrical issues. So
Well,
when
we
you contact
handle
us,
that.
they will know. They have all these, you know, different machinery, I guess you could call it, you know, that would. So, and you are looking for some new. Are you looking for new people to join, aren't you?
Well, we're
Yeah.
always open for
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who are dedicated and have the time. And you can reach us at Eastern Suffolk Paranormal at gmail.com.
Okay.
Or our website is easternsuffolkparanormal.com. And my name is Peggy, and you can just, you know, send me an email, let me
Sure.
know what's going on. If you enclose your phone number, I will get back to you as soon as I can. If I'm not able, someone comes out and we'll discuss the situation with you and make every effort to help you. And as I said previously,
There's
there's
no
never
charge.
a charge, and the idea is to, you know, for
Free
us
them.
to solve your problem, help the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and learn some more of what this is about.
Exactly.
And Janet always is, you know, can come with us, and you know, if you want us to film, you know, it's your level of privacy.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
you know, just don't be panicky.
No, we're not one of these
Don't
that
let
bring
it
in
paralyze you
19,000
or
people
scare
and all the
you.
big cameras and the
No,
lights.
no.
We do it when it's comfortable
That's
for
right.
you, and no one even knows where we're there.
And also, don't live with the fear of a spirit that could be absolutely
Innocent,
something
yeah.
normal too.
Yeah, yeah,
So, you
true.
know.
And if you want to contact me for either a private session, to be at your venue, do radio, TV, I mean, I'm out there. Oh, actually, I totally forgot. I'm doing 2 new radio shows. I've got one in October, which I'll present next time, and one in November. They just contacted me today, and It's a spiritual radio station, and it's actually Blog Talk, and it's actually in England. So it will be on all over the world. I think it's October 8th or 9th. I'm not sure that I'm doing one. But you know what? It'll be on my website. And if you want to go to my website, it's janetrussellpresents.com. You can email me at rosebudsjanet@msn.com. You can call me at 631-654-3353. I will tell you, if it's a private number or if it's there's no number there, I will not answer the phone. So you need to leave me a phone number, and then I'll be more sure to get back to you. And I am all over the place, and I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. It's a passion. Yes, Peggy, you want to add something?
And if you want to reach Eastern Suffolk Paranormal, the phone number is 631-875-0129. Or you can reach us through the website or through the Gmail.
Exactly.
That's your choice. We're here to help you.
Exactly.
And, we look forward to it. It makes us feel good.
Sure.
When we can move a spirit on, put the people in the house or animals
at
ease.
Babies, yeah.
And add something to our research. Just,
Totally.
Someday we'll have it all figured out. Hopefully and before we get there.
Yes, that's for sure. We have a lot of work to do yet. And if you have a restaurant, that you want us to come into, or even have me do like a 2-hour session of where I connect with those spirits, please don't hesitate to call. I get a lot of restaurants where I do 2-hour communication with those on the other side, and it's great for the restaurants, and it brings a lot of closure to a lot of people, I was a letter carrier, and I still say I'm delivering the mail, but I'm doing it in a totally different way, Also, the other shows that we do is Beyond the Unexplained, okay, and actually here in Riverhead, that show is on from 4 to 5. We tape that in Hauppauge the first Wednesday of each month. If you have any interesting people, last month we had Joe Bayer, who was actually, the show was on prior to us. Give me a call, email me for that too, and that we have a lot of stars on there as well. So that one is called Beyond the Unexplained, and we're on in Hauppauge, 11 a.m. every Thursday, okay? And we just signed a new contract, so that'll be on for the whole year, 11 a.m. Channel 20. I'm not sure here what time we've got Riverhead. We should be getting the information this week, hopefully. And then we have this show will be on 11:30 p.m. On Tuesday nights at, Tuesday nights, Channel 20 in Hauppauge, Brookhaven. And I'm still waiting to hear back when the show's going to be on in Woodbury. Right now it's on Channel 115, 11 p.m. I think it's Monday night. We're all over the place, but we're on 3 different stations, so we're on 9 times a week really when you get right back down to it, because it's 3 different shows. So we're out there. We're doing what we want to do. Again, we're winding down. Peggy, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Janet.
Okay, well, and then next month, look back, we may have some interesting guests. You never know who's going to pop in, or, and I always, whenever I do my events, I always offer someone there will win the opportunity to come and sit in with us live, because this is a live show. We actually had a gentleman that was supposed to come, but he couldn't get out of work. So at my last event, he won the chance to come. And if anybody here wants to come and join us, you're more than welcome. We do this the second Wednesday of every month live. So
I'd love to get some of my team members
on.
We
got to bring them in.
Joanne, William, Brian, Tony, Francine, Julie, Sue. Come on.
Yes, you don't have to be afraid. Anyway, we're winding down. Remember, watch the 3 shows: Beyond the Unexplained, When Spirits Connect, which is this, and then The Spirits Within. And remember, the most important person out there is you. So be good to yourself, and God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. God bless. See you again next month. Bye-bye. Thank you. We're just waiting for the okay. From my director. And he's doing a great job. He's doing the cameras and he's doing. So we're gonna clap for Ray Bruno.
Ray Bruno.
Sure, he loves that.
And
Thank you. That was good.